it's Andrea from Prairie Sky DIY, here with a little bit of Sale-a-Bration inspiration. The Adorable Owls set will be available in January, and I'm going to use this little birthday one today, as well as one of my new favorite sentiment sets. Happy Label comes with a coordinating punch that I haven't taken out of the package yet. It's perfect for just about any occasion that you could ever want. I really do love getting at least one sentiment set from each new catalog. So let's get started. I've got our Pretty Prints Designer Series paper with some very vanilla. It's not a color that I use a whole lot for bases, but I am definitely wanting to step that up a little bit. I've also already die cut an oval from the, oh shoot, the name's just escaped me. I'll look it up and I'll post it below. It is also a new set that is available in the January to April mini catalog that will be debuting soon. Coloring with blends, so we're going to ink it up with Memento. And there we go. Set our little guy off to the side, and I'm gonna grab Balmy Blue too. I don't know, I might give this little guy a little bit of color on its eyes depending on what mood strikes as I'm doing this. Actually, I think I'm going to do some Mossy Meadow for the hat as well. All right, I'm going to do SU 900, which is one of the neutrals, as a total base coat on our little owl here. And then I'm going to go ahead to, when I'm finished, and use the same color to go over the entire thing, just to give everything a nice blend. Now, coming up in February, I'm doing a virtual stamping retreat with two other demonstrator friends, one from the US and one from Australia. It's a virtual event, and I'll link that down below as well. It's $45 Canadian. We're going to have 6 different presentations for the day. It's going to be so exciting. I am really looking forward to it. And we're not sharing a whole ton of details, but I will share that I'm going to be showing a few coloring techniques. I'm so looking forward to it. All right, this is SU 600. So with the neutrals, the lower the number, the darker the color. The higher the number, the darker. So I've got 600 and 500 here. They're fairly close, but they're also distinct enough that it will make a difference. Now, I do like to color in a circle, and that's just basically to hide any of the marker lines. Now, I did use the brush tip. Sorry, concentrating there for a second. I did use the brush tip with the first one. I'm using the fine edge tip for this one. Just because I want a little bit more definition, and I want to make sure that I'm not going to go all over the place with it. Now, one of the things that I did recently discover completely by accident is with white, the blends usually go right through, but it doesn't tend to do it as much with the lighter colors when you're using very vanilla. Now, the back truly doesn't matter because nobody's going to see it anyway, but I just thought that was kind of interesting. So we're just going to do his chest or her chest. I'm not sure if this is a Male or female? Maybe it's a male. This card seems to be geared a little bit more masculine. I'm just going to do this around her eyes, his eyes, its eyes. I don't know. My family just went to the skating rink. I can hear the dog on the other side of my door wreaking havoc on something. Actually, I'm going to grab a darker brown. Okay, this is SU 300. Yeah, that's better. Just want a little bit more definition there. And then we'll grab 600 and then just kind of flick around the eyes. Yeah, that's better. And then we're going to grab some Wink of Stella. It's the perfect glitter. It is perfectly always contained. Now I'm just going to do a tiny little dab on the whites of her eyes. Always store this brush side down so that it doesn't leak or it doesn't dry out. And then we're just going to do a tiny little bit of color. I don't think owls in nature have blue eyes, but this one's going to. There, that looks a little bit better. And then, actually, we're going to Stella, whoops, the birthday pom-pom as well. Now you could totally, oh, it came out a little bit heavier than I intended, but it's fine. You could add a pearl or a rhinestone or really anything that you want to add just a little bit more. Now I'm going to go and just do quick circles just to get everything blended again. Avoiding the beak and avoiding the blue on the eyes because I don't want to have that blended with this light color. All right, so there's our owl colored and done. I'm gonna stick all of these guys back in. Grab this, grab our owl, grab some dimensionals, and some tape. This one's probably gonna run out. But really, why would I end the year any different than any other part of the year? I just had an idea. If you've been hanging out with me for even a hot second, you will not be the least bit surprised that as I'm in the middle of things, ideas pop into my head. We're going to Versamark the word yay from the Happy Labels all over because it is kind of solid. And I don't know how well you can pick up, but it does give you a watermark effect. Also, another quick little tip, if you Versamark your stamps, it doesn't really quite matter as much with red rubber as it does with photopolymer. But if you ink it with Versamark before you go ahead and attach it, oh my gosh, squirrel. If you ink it up before you stamp it with a color, especially blues and reds that are particularly notorious for staining, it will slightly lessen the amount of staining on your stamp. Now, staining is fine. Your stamp will still work perfectly fine, but it keeps it prettier for a little bit longer. All right, well, we got a halo, so flip it over. just going to run my finger and then try this again. Straight up, straight down. There we go. It's been a while since I've stamped. Apparently I'm a little rusty, but it's all good. There's a reason why cardstock has two sides. Make sure we stamp it or set it right way up. All right, so there's our quick Owly birthday card. It came together very easily, very quickly, a little bit of coloring. I do hope that you will check out the link down below for the virtual retreat that's coming up in February. As always, thank you so much for spending a little bit of your time with me. I truly appreciate it. Have a great day, and I'll see you again soon.